let's have fun. And from Barbarians, we are ready to host you and to beat you. We've had this is the fourth Kyabazinga Sevens that we are hosting as Busoga. And to give a background of how Kyabazinga Sevens came about, you realize on 13th of September every year, we commemorate the coronation of our king, the Kyabazinga of Busoga. Mm-hmm. So we introduced this event in celebration of the kingdom of the king through sports and talent exhibition, mostly rugby. So we found it very important to partner with the kingdom to have this event, and we've been so graced by the union that they've allowed us host 4 times so far. They've never denied us a bid or a chance to host the event. As you all know, Busoga, we have our strong heritage mostly in tourism. It's a place rich in tourism sites. And this is an event where we want to introduce rugby players to so much good things in Busoga. The idea initially was to move it around, and we're still planning that. But for now, let's have it again in Jinja. I believe no one has ever been disappointed with the events we've had. Everyone looks forward to Kyabazinga Sevens. Which is, I want to report to you that Kyabazinga Sevens is one of the best organized events. We even have good news, which I am not allowed to speak about, but from the kingdom. So the celebration is just beginning, and we are lucky that rugby is opening the celebrations for so much to celebrate. Ideally, from here, we shall stay in Busoga. We have Gabula Day on 9th. So we stay that weekend, we have a Kyabazinga coronation and all other events. So we're not going only for rugby. It's a lot rich in development, tourism, leisure, and enjoyment. There's no place which is better than Jinja. So let's take rugby to Jinja. Let's have fun. And from Barbarians, we are ready to host you and to beat you. I thank you very much.
Thank you so much for making the time to join our dear hosts today as we get to launch our 5th stop of the 2025 now special Uganda 7 series. It's a special one, of course, one that also takes us to, again, an area where we feel Ugandan rugby needs to continue going. And that is a place where we get to interact with the cultural institutions. Ugandan sport in general has had a challenge whereby much of what we love is within the central region, and you have to pick a team with an English name or something like that, something that you don't have an attachment to in one way or the other. I believe that this strategy that the Ugandan game continues to take is a good one. There is just so much we can achieve together with cultural institutions such as Busoga and give reason to our game and give reason to the reason as to why different people get to support what they support. We've also strategically worked with the different institutions in one or the other to ensure that the positionings of these stops also do make sense to them. This 5th stop could have been much earlier in the season, but it is at the beginning of September because that is the closest we could come to their coronation. So it was part of this, and we hope that we can get to have that kind of environment when we go to Bugembe Stadium this coming weekend. And like the chairman said earlier, when you draw a series calendar, there will be places that you worry and feel you might need to put in a bit more attention, a bit more investment, and all of those things. But I think I can affirm what the chairman just said and state that in as much as we won't be sleeping, we're also not too worried about the quality of event we should manage to have when we go to Bugembe Stadium this weekend. So we're looking forward to a very good one. So far, we've come to this stage with 4 different winners for the men, 4 different winners for the women. For the first time, we come in with Walukuba as a contender, not just a host. So it should be a very entertaining weekend where the host has much more to do than ensure that we have a good time. So yeah, we look forward to the weekend, no pressure. And I believe we shall have great rugby action. The teams are looking good. The competition is high. And the festival should be a good one. Hopefully, whoever comes this time around can have a look at much more than the action on the pitch and also experience Busoga as a place, visit a place or two when your team is not playing, so you can come back and tell those experiences.
I just want to celebrate the linkage of sports and culture and heritage. World over, that is a very powerful linkage. Sports teams are most powerful when they represent a community, a region, an identity. We all see it with our national teams. We all love them. We all see it with our village football teams. And we're now seeing it with the Walukuba barbarians. We love that the kingdom is plugging in on this identity. Sports needs partnerships, and the cultural heritage partnership is very strong.
This is the fourth version of Kyabazinga Sevens. The first two, I can state, were actually our finale events. Back then, when our calendar was running a bit earlier, but these last 2 years, simply because of the change in the calendar, they've moved away from hosting our finale event. Mm-hmm. But what I can assure you is the team that has represented the best of Busoga has done a very good job. The team from Walukuba. And we trust, as always, that this stop will be entertaining, and we continue to, uphold the kingdom for continuing to partner with our sport.
Busoga is a home of so many things. And when the circuit first went there, we saw the results. But as the union, we don't suffer much in terms of preparation because the team on the ground are up to the task. So we are sure that with this double happiness that is in the kingdom, we are sure that even a lot will be unveiled during this circuit. Walukuba has not disappointed. They are holding the flag of rugby in Eastern extremely high. They are really a team that are up to the task in pushing the game of rugby.
First and foremost, I am very, very attached to this sport. I played it in my early days when it was not almost existing. Yeah, it was almost dying at that time, and I want to applaud you for the kind of development this sport has gone through. Yes, 1990, I was in Makerere University. This is the sport we used to get the marks to be the best. We used to pick the tall, the fat, and then you go and knock each other. We didn't even have coaches, and the professionalism that is ensuing in this sport is one to admire. Let me thank the leadership of the sport. Culture and sports, like you say, go together. But these two are emotional. They have emotional attachments. And it is always important for any person who is planning, who is doing a lot of things, to use emotion as a basis of interventions. Because people who are emotional, if you use them well, you get the best out of them. If you use them well, badly, you get the worst out of them. So we want to thank you for raising this emotion. My bosses in rugby, thank you for appreciating Busoga. Thank you for choosing Busoga. To my son, who is leading Walukuba. Walukuba is a very, very important part of Busoga. If you notice, all the football happens in Walukuba. Now, all the rugby is happening in Walukuba. Something tells you, it tells you something. Walukuba represents the best of Busoga. The captains of the Cranes, now we can see the Waisoas of this world promoting Busoga. We want to encourage you and to tell you that we will do whatever it takes. If you want my signature, the fact that I'm here tells you that the kingdom has fully accepted this brand. I have the full authority of the king and the prince, who is your patron, and we will do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. And I would like to thank MTN and all sponsors. There is no risk dealing with rugby at all. And there is no risk dealing with an association where you hear no scandals, You hear no fights. People are not fighting each other. Change of power is very smooth. Not like other associations that some of us belong to. It's a real tough thing to make leadership change. So as the kingdom, we see no risk. We are going to support you to the fullest. So we'd like to take this opportunity to launch and request all the Busoga. My PA is not here, but I've seen her, she has gone out. But also to direct the airwaves of the radios that we control to publish this event. And also to ask the schools that we control to participate. And all the people of Busoga to participate, because this is our first celebration for the two princes. May God bless you.